Mechanical engineering is advancing rapidly, driving innovation in manufacturing, transportation, and infrastructure. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is recent advances in mechanical engineering. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Dr. Jayenderpreet Singh, Associate Professor at OD Design, School of Mechanical Engineering, LPU. He has around 14 years of experience in teaching. He has published his research work in reputed journals and conferences. So I would like to introduce Dr. Manpreet Singh also in this webinar, Head of CAD, CAM, and Mechatronics Engineering at LPU. He is dedicated to solving practical issues in vibrant analysis and many more. So I would like to introduce the ambition nominee also in this webinar, Dr. Mahendra Singh Kaswan, an associate professor at Lovely Professional University, specializes in Industry 4.0, 5.0, circular economy, NET0, Lean Six Sigma, and more, with numerous publications in esteemed journals, guest editor roles, and multiple GATE qualification. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. And I hand over the things to Dr. Jayenderpreet Singh and Dr. Manpreet Singh. And it would be an absolute delight to listen from them. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dalvinder ji.
So let me just share my PPT. Dalvinder ma'am, please, can you confirm, is it visible?
Yeah, this is visible. You can continue.
Okay, thank you so much. So let me first welcome all the aspirants who are actually looking for the BTech admissions, specifically in Lovely Professional University. So we all here together to get the awareness about what are the recent advancements which are actually going in the field of mechanical engineering as well as in the field of mechatronics engineering. So me, myself, Dr. Jayenderpreet Singh, along with my Dr. Manpreet Singh. So we are actually going to have a 1 hour of a webinar session in which you guys are actually going to understand about what are the things going on in the field of mechanical and mechatronics engineering and what would be the future of that, right? So let me start with the programs which we are offering in School of Mechanical Engineering, Lovely Professional University. So we have 4 undergraduate programs: BTech in Mechanical Engineering, BTech in Automobile Engineering, BTech Aerospace, and BTech in Mechatronics Engineering. Apart from that, we are offering postgraduate programs with Masters in Design, specialization in Robotics, Thermal Engineering, and Aerospace Engineering. Apart from that, we have doctoral programs are there, like PhD in Mechanical Engineering and PhD in Aerospace Engineering. So before going to start with this, with the discussion on the recent advancements in mechanical engineering, let me just introduce about the rankings and the accreditation we have in Lovely Professional University. So we are at 23rd level amongst the top universities in India. With the World University Ranking 2023. In engineering, we are lie in the band of 6th position with the band of 401 to 500 band. LPU is ranked second in India among the government and as well as the private university with the band of 101 to 200 band. We are at the 3rd level among all the universities in India, with the global top innovative universities with a band of 101 to 200. We are ranked at 38th level among both government as well as private universities, talking about our NERF ranking. So we are at the 38th position. In engineering, we are having a rank of 50 among government as well as private universities. Now,
Okay, so let me start with this side, Dr. Manpreet. And I think this particular presentation, we are making it for the students who are aspirant for taking admissions in mechanical engineering or mechatronics engineering. Primarily, we'll be covering 2 programs here, mechanical and mechatronics, right? And in this, basically, in this presentation, we'll be approximately taking 40 minutes, right? And in these 40 minutes, we'll be covering a few aspects like what is mechanical engineering and what is mechatronics engineering, and what are the recent advancements in these two particular fields. And thereafter, how LPU is collaborated to achieve those recent advancements, right? So first of all, I think every aspirant who is taking up this particular presentation, and I think he should be understanding the game of demand and supply, right? So if we have some product, or if we are having some manufacturing companies, right? So there is always a demand and supply. Like if we have ample orders for manufacturing anything, I think we are going to do good in that particular field, right? But if we don't have orders, right, it is going to be very difficult for us to survive in the market, right? So everything depends upon demand and supply. And covering to this mechanical and mechatronics aspect over here, so we should be targeting that what kind of jobs are going to be there after 4 years, right? So although it is very difficult to estimate it correctly, you know why? Because if we are very good estimators, then we have estimated number of other things, like we have estimated share market, right? And if I can go around for few shares, that what is going to be the position of the shares after 5 years. So I think I am going to be a kind of a investment giant in that particular case. So everything revolves around, demand and supply.
Yes.
So if we have a manufacturing unit, primarily, if we look at like these particular manufacturing units have failed, right? So what is the prime reason behind it? If we search out for that kind of reason, that why that unit has been failed, so you will be primarily finding out that this particular company or this particular manufacturing unit have failed because they don't have orders. Because I don't think so. I have never seen any company which has failed because of not fulfilling the demands, right? So if we can estimate correctly that these kind of the jobs are going to be there in the market after 5 years or 6 years, and definitely if we work hard, if we gain a proper skill set to achieve those skill sets, definitely we are going to take up those jobs.
Yeah.
And we are going to take up those jobs with a very good packages, right? So
I just try to like add on the things what you said about it. Like even though any kind of a GDP of any country, it would be depending upon the manufacturing of.
yes, definitely. Yes,
So
definitely.
so
It is.
here this mechanical engineering is actually related to the it's actually a branch which is related to the engineering, which
Exactly.
deals with the design analysis and the manufacturing of any of the component. So like we had seen specifically in a COVID situation where every country is actually struggling and for some of the countries it's very difficult to sustain also.
Yes,
So you,
definitely.
because reason being that the whole manufacturing would be stuck for 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, I've seen the shortage of, semiconductors in
Yes.
that time period. Yes, and then we have seen that in that particular period of time, the production of cars was struck,
Yeah.
right? Just because of very small components.
So all thing is actually around between the demand and supply.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So if there is going to be a proper balance, or you can say we are going to be sitting on a gold mine if we have demand and we have less supply,
Yes.
right? So, and the universities who are going to, which are going to take up those, demands properly, or they can estimate, if they can estimate those demands properly, definitely there is going to be the wonderful opportunities for the students who are taking admission in LPU.
Yes.
So yes, primarily covering for mechanical engineering, it's a branch, it's a very old branch, right? And this primarily covering up design part, analysis part, manufacturing part, maintenance and manufacturing systems, right? If suppose uh, I have to make a product from a raw material. Suppose I am having plastic and I am just going to make a frame out of it, right? So first thing I'll be doing, it's design. Like I have to decide on to certain components, that what is going to be the size of that one, what is going to be the shape of the front components of that particular frame. And then after designing part, I'm going for the analysis one, whether that particular frame is going to sustain for a good amount of time or not.
Yes.
If we hang something with that particular frame, if it weight is very high, definitely it is going to be broken out very soon.
Definitely.
And thereafter we'll start manufacturing after selecting the certain machines, that these particular machines or these particular operations, this has to be there and to manufacture that particular part, and then maintaining the machines and optimizing the systems. So that is primarily covering up our mechanical engineering, right? But otherwise, there are other many aspects in the mechanical engineering also. Like if I'll be talking about material science, it's a very highly demanding area in mechanical engineering, because if we seen the cars before, maybe 10 or 20 years back, those cars were not economical at all. They were giving average in the order of 10, 12. Right now, the same cars with much better power, right? They are giving us an economy of maybe 23, 24, and even higher than that.
Yes.
Right? So in this particular aspect, if we see that what is the role of material science in that, right? So material science is not about, you know, innovating the materials. No. So material science is basically targeting that I want this particular strength, and I want this particular strength in that particular component within less weight and within less cost.
Yes.
So this particular material science covers up this everything, right, as a whole. So thereafter, if I'll be taking up the mechatronics engineering. So what is mechatronics engineering basically? Mechatronics engineering is basically a blend of two engineerings, mechanical plus electronics. So why this particular branch has been incepted? This particular branch has been incepted, I think, around 15 years back, because when we see the automobile components nowadays, earlier we were usually having carburetors to control the fuel supply, but right now I think you will rarely find a carburetor in any kind of automobile. But yes, there are going to be a kind of fuel injectors which are going to be controlled by a ECU, electronic control unit, right? So if I'll be taking up that, who is going to manufacture that ECU? So it is going to be very difficult for a mechanical engineering and electronics engineer, right? So definitely, if the product is going to be in demand, and if that particular product requires a blending of two engineerings, definitely we have a branch in the order, right? So that is why you will see multiple other components in automobile, in aerospace, in maybe mechatronic system, robotics. You will find ample of components which are not only taking up the science of mechanical engineering, but it is taking up the science of mechanical engineering as well as electronics engineering. Now, if I have to lend an example, so you might have seen the air conditioning units, right? So 20 years back, you are having window ACs, but the controls in those air conditioning units was very less. You simply turn it on or turn it off. There was no temperature control at all. So right now, if we look at, we have ACs with the inverter technology where we can control the speed of the compressor as well, right? And if we with the right temperature, if we fix up the temperature, say 25 degrees, right? It is very easy to maintain the temperature of the entire room at 25 degrees. But yes, if I'll compare one another aspect between these two ACs, you know, earlier the same AC used to consume around 20 units per hour. But right now, this inverter technology AC is consuming not more than 5 to 7 units. So that is another aspect.
Even though like we had seen these control systems are used in our automobiles also.
Yes,
Like
yes.
remotely
These,
we can control our car through a Wi-Fi systems and
the
all other
control
uses.
system is something which is not, because something people might thinking about like control system is something like setting up the temperature at 25. It's a controlled.
Yeah.
Now everything is controlled. No. This is not a controlled system actually. A good control system, if I'll be comparing the controlling system also, like if we have we were having kind of a rheostats in earlier window ACs.
Yeah.
We used to set up the temperature. So where the temperature has been achieved, the AC units or the compressor unit has been turned off for
Yes.
for some amount of time, but that timing was not that good controlled.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So in that particular scenario, you'll be able to achieve a temperature maybe in the range of 23 to 27. Right. But in actual, you require that temperature to be 25.
Yes.
So, but right now, if you look at the inverter ACs or the new technology or the air conditioning with a good control system, you will find temperature maybe within the range of 25.3 to 24.7. So that is a control system. And we want this control system to be very, very precise in everything.
Yes.
If we want to achieve more economy, if we want to achieve better results, definitely this control system has to work very closely to the limit whatever we have set.
So this control system is actually a kind of we call it as a heart of any of the complete unit.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
like our heart is actually
So if you are watching cricket, if a bowler can control maybe his line and length,
yeah,
maybe that makes a huge difference. So you simply know that few inches can make a ball to take a wicket or to get hit it for a six.
Yes, yes. So this mechatronics is actually a blend of
Blend
mechanical
of mechanical
as
and
well as
electronics.
electronics.
So that is why it is very famous nowadays. So now, if I have to cover the industrial revolution, we are oftenly saying like industry 4.0, 5.0. But yes, if we are going more deeply into it, so what is basically industry 5.0? So it started in 1800, right? When we were having, industry 1.0 incepted, where we were mainly focusing on mechanizations and water and steam power, because at that particular time, the prime requirement was to create power, to create electricity, right? For running few of the units for the industry. And if we were able to, control the, generate the power, so that power can be utilized for industries to manufacture certain products. So right after that, in 1900, Industry 2.0 revolution was started, where manufacturing was already there. But thereafter, the more focus was on to creating mass production. Within less time, more products has to be manufactured, right? And thereafter, lot many things were there to improve that production systems, like assembly lines we have incepted when we were having like this product has to be manufactured and this particular product has to go through 7 operations. So we create the assembly line in a way that the minimum time wastage should be there, right?
I think at this stage, like the globalization of any of the object is actually being initiated.
Yes,
So that
yes,
is
yes,
why
yes.
there is a so like what initially you had talk about that always there is a requirement of demand and supply.
Yes.
So at this particular stage, there is actually a requirement of any of the component at a mass scale because we
Yes.
are all world
Of
is
course,
actually
yes.
moving towards the globalization.
Yes. So right now, thereafter in 2000, you have seen computers were there where the industries have automated their machines, production lines has been improved, and we have incepted the electronic system in that. So why we are doing it? Because with the mass production, the greater accuracy was also there in highly demand. Suppose you have made some Excel for a company, and whenever you got a supply, and whenever you have given that particular product to that car manufacturer, and if that particular part was not fitted well, so you can just see that whole production is going to hit.
Yeah.
right? So there was a demand of high accuracy, like where you have coming across number of terms, Six Sigma, right? So Six Sigma is also maintaining the uh, maintaining your product within the accuracy. And thereafter, you can see in 2010 we were into Industry 4.0 revolution, where we were having cyber physical systems, IoT system, networking, and machine learning. So IoT systems means like we are controlling certain machines with the help of internet. We can control remotely the machines. If you have seen, like we are having ACs in our home by now, which you can turn it on with the help of your mobile device.
Yes.
Right? So this is basically how the industry was there in 2010, and that revolution has started. And thereafter we are into an era of Industry 5.0, where we have human and robot collaboration, right? We generally call those robots as cobots now, right? So we are into that particular era. But yes, one thing, if you have looked upon, like, so from Industry 1.0 to Industry 2.0, it took 100 years. And thereafter, again, from 2.0 to 3.0, it took 100 years.
Yeah.
And thereafter, 3.0 to 4.0, it took only 10 years, right? And 4.0 to 5.0, it took only 10 years. Now, Industry 6.0 might be in 2025. You never know, because demand is changing very rapidly, if you can see, right? So, so next question is whether if I want to enroll for mechanical or mechatronics engineering, so is it going to be a kind of a right choice for me?
Yeah, it's a big
So,
question for all the aspirants that always they are looking for that. If any aspirant is looking for any program, that whether he is selecting a right profession or not.
okay, Jinder, if I would be asking you, like, if you want to choose any particular branch,
Yeah.
what are your prime factors
See,
for deciding that particular branch, whether it is right for me or not?
yeah, it's a very big and a logical question, and always it sometimes it creates a lot of stress on the mind of aspirants and for the parents also. And
Because
reason being that the major factor what you're talking about is that uh, from my side, I'll recommend the aspirants that they need to understand that what is the future after 4 to 5 years.
okay,
Reason being that whosoever the graduate who is actually going to take the admission in the any graduate program, they need to understand that what is the demand after 4 to 5 years, because after
yes,
4
definitely.
to 5 years they are actually going to be graduated, and they are actually going to be absorbed in any of the industries depending upon their potential.
Because whatever I could see, like when I have took admission in engineering, the aim was only to get to be an engineer.
Yeah.
That's it. So we were not about like any other factors. Like right now, students are looking after whether we are going to get a good jobs, whether we are going to start up our own businesses, right? Whether we are going to have a very good master's program abroad or maybe in India.
Yes.
So these are the common questions I think every aspirant is having. So let's look at with the open-mindedness that whether the mechatronics or mechanical engineering is going to be the right choice for me.
Yeah. So if I take a reference of the reports in today's timeline, so there is a huge demand of mechanical engineer in the industry. Specifically, as a human, we had learned a lot of specifically in the COVID period. Reason being that in specifically in a COVID period, we had seen that there was a complete dip in the demand, and the complete GDP of all the countries are actually being affected. Nowadays, we are actually seeing that earlier we used to say that the superpower is of China, but now the every country is actually looking for India. Reason being that the labor cost is very less.
Yes,
And
that is
you
the
might,
one factor.
yeah, that is
Right.
one of the major factor. And if you talk about the reports, like it is expected that the field of mechanical as well as mechatronics engineering, they are actually growing with a pace of 7% by 2027.
Yes.
So based on these forecastings, we've seen like a lot of jobs are actually being demanded. So it would be around like 20,200 candidates are actually being hired in India every
Great.
year.
Great.
So as I talked about that, whosoever aspirant is actually going to take an admission, they need to understand that what is the demand after 4 to 5 years.
Yes,
Because
yes,
after
of
four to
course.
five years, they are actually going to be absorbed.
Yes, that's the very, very true fact. And you have covered one more aspect with that. Can we move back? You have covered one more aspect that companies are shifting, or they are establishing their manufacturing units in India.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
how it is going to affect our Indian market?
So if you see, recently, the General Electric, they had actually signed an
Okay.
agreement with the HAL also. So
Great,
we had seen that a lot of there is a huge demand of aerospace industry in India. So a lot of industries are actually building it up, their plants in India itself.
Yeah.
So and another aspect is that we are seeing that India is the one country who is actually doing a lot of efforts related to the global warming, to reduce the global warming. So we are actually establishing the and adopting the electric vehicles, right? So in an electric vehicle, as the demand is actually increasing, so the lot of companies are actually establishing their units also. Recently, I heard that near to the Sonipat area, a lot of companies are actually establishing their
There is
units.
going to be, kind of a big hub in
Yes,
the
yes,
coming
yes,
time.
in the coming
So
time.
if that industry is going to be, set up in India in a way like this, definitely there is going to be a huge demand in the coming future. Definitely, yes. So
So
why the foreign companies are coming over here in India? Because of our labor cost
yes.
and availability of the raw material, whatever they require as a raw material to manufacture any kind of product. And that definitely this is going to be a huge, huge demand for that is going to create a huge demand for mechanical engineering as well as for mechatronics engineering students.
So even though like near our LPU Ludhiana, Tata Steel had established their unit
Ah,
also.
yeah. So a lot many things are coming up,
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, definitely, yes. So now, if we have to cover what are going to be the kind of promising technologies or the advancements where demand is going to be there, right? So these particular latest technologies are going to be electrical vehicles, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, additive manufacturing, robotics and automation, advanced functional materials, renewable energy technologies, smart manufacturing and biomechanics, and medical devices. So let us just take a quick review of everything.
Yeah.
So you might have seen that we have started up with the market of electrical vehicles, like Tata has launched their products in the I think Nexon was the first product.
Yeah, Nexon was the first
Product by Tata in the segment of electrical vehicles. But yes, to make you guys very, very clear, students might be thinking like in mechanical engineering, we are going to cover the battery technology. It's not.
Yeah.
Frankly saying, it's not.
It's not, yes.
Because it takes a huge experience to cover up that particular field. But yes, have you ever heard about sitting in an electrical vehicle is a kind of you're sitting on a bomb?
Oh my God.
So
Yes,
if
it's true.
battery is going to malfunction, or you are not going to get a proper cooling system for a battery system, it is going to be blasted like anything, right? But yes, there are other aspects where you can show your expertise, where you can cover up lot many things. Number one is designing of that particular vehicle. Like designing of that particular vehicle is designing onto the shape so that a proper cooling system or proper airflow should be there, and thereafter a proper CFD analysis, computational fluid dynamics. It's a field where you can decide like how the fluids are going to flow, like if you are taking up the air as a cooling medium for your battery unit. So definitely this air is going to flow around your battery system and take away the heat. So that designing is going to have a huge demand for a mechanical engineering. So thereafter, artificial intelligence, basically artificial intelligence or machine learning, if we are primarily taking up, it's going to be estimating the output
Yes.
if you have specific input.
So we are actually trained the system, and accordingly, our requirement, the system is actually performing the work for us.
Definitely, right? Because in this artificial intelligence, we don't want human interventions while we are operating the machines, right? And we want to control those machines remotely. That is going to be covered up with the IoT system if it is going to be integrated with the artificial intelligence as well. So definitely, this is going to have a huge demand where machines can take certain decisions,
Yes.
right? If we are not getting the proper surface finish onto any product, so machine can control certain parameters, right? So if we want certain output, the input parameters are going to be controlled on the basis of some algorithm. That
Yes.
is what your
Artificial
artificial intelligence is. So you can see thereafter we have virtual reality, augmented reality. So I think Jainder is
Yeah, so
a good
talking about
expert in
this,
that.
VR and augmented reality is that uh, sometimes as in students or children, they always have a thought that virtual realities are always in the games.
Games.
So whenever
I always thought about that even.
yeah, so but actually it's not. This is actually one of the application of a virtual reality is
Okay.
that we are actually wearing a VR heads on our around our neck, our head, and we are actually trying to visualize that we are in some kind of an roller coaster where we are getting the virtual things.
So if I'll be coming on to business, so is it going to be possible for us like wearing a simple goggles, you can feel that you are in a boardroom and doing some meeting with other guys?
Yeah, definitely.
So I think it is going to be a coming future.
Yeah,
Like nobody is going to be having some sort of things like they are going to the offices and they are going to do every task by sitting at their home.
Yeah, let me share one of the example with you.
Okay.
Like this virtual reality nowadays, they are very promising in the field of medical also.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's
Great,
not
great.
only about the gaming and all other things. Like let us suppose that if any person is going to be in an operation theater, right? And before doing a surgery, if a doctor they can diagnose or they can get a input about the heart or any other component, right? So accordingly, they can perform their own surgeries. So this is what the future of the mechanical and virtual reality is.
So I've also heard that some US doctor has performed one surgery in India.
Yeah.
By sitting back in New York.
Yes, yes, yes. That
So
would be done.
is that a kind of a virtual reality?
Yeah, yeah. It's actually a application of a virtual reality.
Great. It's a great field.
Yes. So now next would be additive manufacturing. Generally, we call it as a 3D printing also. So generally, whenever we are talking about you all heard about the 2D printing and 1D printing. So here D is actually the dimension. So we are actually operating the things and developing the things in the third dimension also.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Maybe some internet issue, they will join back later. So it was wonderful delight for discuss on these topics, what actually is mechanical and mechatronics engineering, industrial revolutions, latest technologies like electrical vehicles, artificial intelligence, and more. So now I would request admission nominee Dr. Mahinder Singh Kaswan to be on the screen. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope my screen is visible
Yes,
to you.
yes, the screen
Uh,
is visible. You can continue.
okay, thanks,
Are
Dr.
we audible?
Manpreet.
Yes, are we audible now?
Are we audible?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are
Yes, sir.
audible.
So no problem. We are just sharing the screen once again. We had a
So
connection
Dr.
problem.
Mahinder, Dr.
Uh,
Mission
uh,
nominee, Dr. Mahinder Singh Kaswan is on the screen. We'll get back to you later. You can continue, Dr. Mahinder Singh.
Screen sharing.
Yes, Dr. Mahinder can continue, please.
I hope screen is visible right now,
Yes,
Dalvinder ma'am.
yes, you can continue.
Thank you, Dr. Jayendra Preet sir and Dr. Manpreet sir. We will have rest part of this presentation after this 10 to 15 minutes of related to the admissions. As stated by Dr. Jayendra Preet Singh sir and Dr. Manpreet sir, we have a very good accreditation overall, not in national. We are also have accreditation and rankings in international form also. Recently, our university get a NAC A++ a grade, and we get a score of 3.68 score on 4-point scale, and that is a very good rating that is given by agencies that basically represent how the university is performing in terms of academic research and other co-curricular activities. We have different kind of accreditation we have UGC approved, we have other approvals related to Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Program, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, a lot of accreditation. Basically, we have Pharmacy Council of India for related to the programs of B Pharma and M Pharma. We have ratings and accreditation from Council of Architecture, Institution of Town Planner related to the programs of architecture. We have affiliation from for agriculture programs from Punjab State Council for agriculture education. Basically, we have All India Council for Technical Education for ODL and online programs affiliation, Institution of International Education. Basically, we have the rating and accreditation from the Institution of Engineer India, Association of Commonwealth University AU. As this ranking has already been discussed by Dr. Jayendra Preet sir, Amanpreet sir, I will not cover that particular part. Uh, Basically, our university is not only performing good in academics, we are also performing good in sports and other co-curricular activities. If I just say that in last concluded Olympic Games, our LPU alumni based students and alumni, 12 out of 13 LPUs won Olympic medal, 1 gold medal by Neeraj Chopra, 1 silver medal and 2 bronze medals. So we are definitely performing good at sports level, academic level and research level. Our university is performing very good. Recently, LPU winning historic National Sports Award. We were first runner up there. And we are also recently concluded Khelo India Games. Our university was first runner up that. And our students are performing really good in sports activities. Because whenever we not only talk about academics, we always talk about other co-curricular activities that will develop the complete mindset of the students and that will create more creativity for the students. So these are some recent achievement by our alumni Neeraj Chopra. These are some glimpse from the conferences or convocations basically. These are some dignitaries and the stars, those who visited the university at different time frame. MS Dhoni is also visited one point of time to Lovely Professional University. These are some film stars, those who have visited last year or coming last year, basically. We have enough facility. We have world-class infrastructure. Whenever someone come to Lovely Professional University, he is always mesmerized with the infrastructure. So I invite you basically as a not an admission nominee, You can also showcase the university if you are visiting Punjab. This is one of the wonderful place to visit. So we have world-class infrastructure, not only for sports, other academy co-curricular activities like uh, music, uh, other performing arts, sports. This is the glimpse of auditorium, one of the one-class auditorium. This is a glimpse of some labs established by Google Oracle. This is our library. This is one of the block of university. This is a nearby Unimall. This is at the heart of the university, basically. Uh, this is the one of the glimpse of Unimall. Uh, we have also all the facilities available within the campus, so the student not have to move from the university to the outside place, so that they can use their valuable time within the university also. We have facility for gym within the university campus. We have the all medical facility also available in the campus. We have a well established hospital where all the physician, uh, other doctors like dentist, eye specialist also available there. 24-hour hospital facility will be there. We have established solar panel on major of the buildings, and that is also our main motive, as stated by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that we want to establish a solar panel on each house. So we are already doing such kind of activities from last 5 to 7 years. So this is our vision, that in coming time we can be a world-class leader that not only represent university at not a state level, national level. We can showcase that what we are doing that can be really wonderful for renewable energy sources also. So this is the one of the glimpse of the university. Uh, this is a wonderful picture. This is our indoor facility. We have all the facility for basketball, volleyball, swimming pool is there, shooting range is also there. We have other outdoor facility. We have football grounds, cricket ground. We are also in the time frame to become a world-class cricket ground in the university in the coming year, basically. This is the glimpse of swimming pool. This is a top view of our indoor stadium. So basically, right now I just want to live with you that how to apply for admission in Lovely Professional University. I will just take a few minutes for you. So what you have to do, uh, you have to visit our website lpu.in. Once you visit our website lpu.in, this will have a lot of, we have a wonderful website. I just want to know you that everything is available on the website also. So here, if you want to schedule a call for admission, our counselor will be connecting with you within 2 minutes. So you can schedule a call, you can WhatsApp us, you can have a live video counseling session with us, and we are also available in your nearby town also. And we are available generally from 9 to 7 p.m. We are available in the call center. You can also call us. So I just want to how to apply for the admission purpose. So in more basically, if I'm talking about the mother branch of engineering, mechanical engineering, so how to apply for the same? So what you have to do, you have to visit lpu.in. Thereafter, you will go to the regular programs after 12th undergraduate programs. So here you will see a lot of programs basically. So here you will click on engineering. Then you have to click on mechanical engineering. Then you will click on BTech mechanical engineering. We also offer BTech mechanical engineering 2+2. That is international credit transfer option available with us, where for 2 years students study in LPU, and for 2 years he can go to do the abroad in our partner university, where the student will study for rest 2 years and he will get the degree from the foreign university. So once you click on BTech Mechanical Engineering. So here you will have the complete detail for the programs. What is the eligibility criteria? if you have to qualify one of our exam, that is the entrance exam, LP Nest exam, we are also taking the admission on the basis of CUT, where we have reserved 30% seats for the same. So we have a nominal eligibility criteria where 60% marks is required in 10+2 with English, physics, chemistry, and math subject must be studied by the student. So we are offering here remotely proctored exam. Student can appear from the home, or he can also appear from the nearby center. This is a completely computer-based program. And we have very good package in mechanical engineering. One of our student have a package of 54.9 lakh in one of the leading company. The ranking has already been discussed by sir. We have good publication from School of Mechanical Engineering, and happy to share with you that uh, 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 a lot of faculty member from our department is doing wonderful job, and in coming time we will be the best school in the university, and that is quite obvious as stated by Dr. Jayendra Preet sir and Manpreet sir. That is the need of our, that people should look for after 4 to 5 years basically, when there will be the huge demand for the discipline of mechanical engineering. Here you can also check all the syllabus, and we are offering different minors, different pathway. You can check here the complete syllabus for first year, second year, third year, fourth year students available. And here all the details related to the fees, what kind of scholarship we are providing is available here, available there. And we are offering how to apply for the same. Here candidate, by clicking on apply now, can go for apply for the LPNest exam. We have the basic steps. You have to apply for the LPNest first, then the result will be declared, then you have to participate in the counseling, and you will get an allotment letter, then you can go for the admission basically. For here, students have to enter some nominal details like name, gender, email ID, state, and their mobile number. They will get a OTP, and then once they will submit it, they will be directed to a dashboard, and where the rest steps like review detail, qualification information, general information, and exam information related details candidates have to fill up. So this is the one of the way to apply for the admission basically in any program. Basically, there is a lot of programs available. Candidate can select basis on their interest, whether they can go for after 12th, after graduation program, or after 12th program. We have a lot of program. I can say that we are one of the university that is offering a lot of programs. No more universities offering such kind of program. Different kind of discipline is here, different kinds of programs is there. We are also offering PhD programs also there in university, and that a candidate can get benefit from your university, not as I'm stating again, not only in terms of academic, sports, extracurricular activities. We have world-class hostel facilities available, and we are in lineup to making more hostel. We are running in online education mode also, distance education mode also, and regular programs also. So this is one of the best university, not only in North India, but in India, and we are representing, our alumni are representing on different world-class platform. So if you have any query related to the admission helpline number is available. You can call us from 9 to 7 every day. Basically, we are also working on Sunday from 9 to 5. The candidate can call us, or they can schedule call us. We will call them. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Due to some network issue, Jainder Preet Singh, Doctor, and Dr. Manpreet Singh were not with us for a while. You can continue us with the same topic. Over to you, sir.
So, are we able?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do we have any questions from the session?
Yeah, we have some questions. Can we take questions first from our participants?
Yes.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
can take, there is going to be one last part that whatever the recent advancements we have shown by now, we just want to show that how LPU is aligned to achieve those, right? That part we definitely want to cover, and that would take around 5 minutes.
Okay.
Right.
Can I continue with the questions?
Yes,
Definitely.
surely.
Okay. Thanks for giving me chance to address your questions. Now let's start with question number one from Gaganpreet Singh to Dr. Jayendrapreet Singh. Can you explain the concept of smart materials and provide examples of the applications in mechanical engineering?
Okay. Very good question. Gagandeep had asked about that. What is the function of the smart materials specifically in our field? See, Gagan, if we talk about the smart materials, like our whole scientist community or researchers, they are actually working in the field of self-healing composites. You might heard about the composite materials, in which it's actually a blending of it. So as throughout the world, we are actually struggling with the global warming. So whole India is actually, there is a huge burden of plastic materials for everyone, right? So for that, we need to overcome it out. For this, we are actually developing some polymer composites materials, and we are trying to add some kind of a self-healing functions into that particular material. Like if I talk about my skin is actually having some specific feature which is given by the God, that it is going to be healed by his own. So getting an inspiration from that, we are actually developing the materials which are actually a self-healing. Even though the major application we had seen in the field of an aeronautical engineering, where you might seen that Kalpana Chawla ma'am, she was met with an accident, and it's only because that material which was in that aircraft, that was there was some crack initiated into it. So if that material develop having some self-healing characteristics, then definitely after that material would heal by its own. So that incident was not happened, but somehow as a human, we are developing a technology. So this is one of the major application of this smart materials.
Definitely. We are learning from our errors,
Yes,
basically.
yes.
But before addressing to the next question, can we get our screen share back?
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Next question from Megha. How are advancements in energy storage and battery technology influencing the design of mechanical system, such as the electrical vehicles? To Dr. Manpreet Singh.
Yes. Definitely a very good question. Definitely, if we look at the components in the present IC engine cars, or maybe any other automobile, we are having around more than 2000 components. In electrical vehicles, we are not having that number high. We are only having around 100 components in it. But yes, primarily here, the major demand is not to heat up the car from the battery system. So that is why we need always a very, very good, airflow system, which is passing across the battery system and take away the heat. And if that particular system is going to fail, definitely this battery is going to create a huge disaster, right? And that is why if we have a different kind of characteristics for the electrical vehicles, definitely it is going to be a kind of shape can be is of the same thing. Shape can be exactly same, like as you have in the IC engine cars. But yes, its CFD system or computational fuel dynamic system design is going to be of very, very good controlled system, right? So definitely there is going to be a big difference if you are manufacturing a IC engine car or a electrical vehicle car.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I hope the participants got their answers from my expertise. You can continue with the same where you left that.
Yes.
Yes.
One very important part. I think we should skip on to these recent advancements. Uh, yes, how we are aligned, right? So suppose we have initially working out on these particular forms of cohorts. Cohorts are basically the kind of job profiles, right, which are going to be there after 4 to 5 years. And these particular cohorts we have taken out with huge kind of data for demand and what kind of future mechanical engineering or mechatronics students are going to be definitely the first profile, if you look at here, is design engineer. Like I have already mentioned that in electrical vehicles, the CFD system is going to have a huge demand. Similarly, is the going to be the case of if you're designing any kind of aeroplane or something like this, right? So in design engineer, we have taken out like what kind of job designations you are going to have. Like we have product engineer, system engineer, computer aided design, product designer, and product analyst, right? And thereafter, we have selected that how this particular cohort is going to have those particular features like designing and developing of mechanical parts. This is the one aspect of that particular cohort. And the second one is creating detailed drawing, specification, and prototypes. That is another kind of responsibilities you are going to take up. Then there is going to be analyzing the testing designs and functionality of performance and safety. If you look at, this is the job profile which is going to be there. These are the responsibilities you need to handle.
Yes.
Right. And thereafter, how we can meet onto these responsibilities. So definitely, if you want to meet out any kind of responsibilities, you are going to have certain skill sets, right? This proficiency on the softwares, right? You should be having proper knowledge of that, how to get a proper dimensioning of any particular component, right? And thereafter, how is going to be the manufacturing assembly process for that one, because time is very, very important in making out anything. So if you can make out or maybe a manufacturer car maybe in 30 days, and definitely if some other players comes into a picture who can claim that this car can be manufactured in 15 days, definitely everybody is going to take up that particular thing. So this particular, thereafter, after getting the skill sets, we are properly aligned these skill set with certain courses.
Yes.
Right? And these courses are being called as a star courses. Why these are being called as a star courses? Because in these particular courses, so we have a proper project based or maybe case study based CAs, so that it's not only study that particular courses, but then we have like control system engineer. About control system I have talked about a lot. So then we have system analyst, is one of the very, very good job profile, robotics engineer. And similarly, we have responsibilities for these particular cohorts. And then we have a listing your continuous assessment or maybe your midterm examination on the basis of certain projects. We have other components also that are advanced in nature. Then we have certain competitions which are going to be required for building your skill sets, right? And we are even having certain certifications,
Yes.
right, which are recognized and which are going to be very, very good if you are coming up to those levels, right?
I just want to add another thing
Yes, yes.
into it. Like you had talked about all the job profiles and their responsibilities, and how our curriculum is actually being customized related to the providing a skill sets to the student.
Yes.
So apart from that, I just want to highlight a few of the another things what School of Mechanical Engineering is also doing it out, that our students are actually participating in a lot of different events which are actually being organized by different industries people.
Yes.
So like events related to FE cycle. Yeah, so Baha, Baja, SAE.
So we have not only participated, we won those competitions also
Yes,
at national level.
So like recently, our team had won around 13 prizes. So might be you had seen in the social media as websites also. So the main thing is that we believe that the learning is not only from the classrooms, but
Yes,
it's actually learn from participating in different events and getting them awards also. So this is
I would like to add one more thing, like your parents can buy you a good bat, right? We can coach you well,
yes,
but rest is up to you.
yes, yes,
How
yes.
to practice.
Definitely.
If you practice it in the right way, then I must assure you that your parents did the right thing, because they have got a bat for you, which is going to be a best one, right?
Yes.
And the coaches over here are the best. That is what I can claim over here. But yes,
Yes.
which you guys have,
Yeah.
right? So with this, we would like to end up our presentations. And if we have a few more questions or more questions, so we would happy to answer those questions.
Thank you so much, sir. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to extend a heartfelt thanks to our esteemed experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your contribution have truly enriched our discussions and inspired us all. On the behalf of all attendees of this webinar, I would like to thank all for your insightful participation. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding their admissions. If anyone wants to access this webinar, again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.co.in, or you can be assessed on the YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this day. Have a nice day. Take care.
Bye.